Hello, beautiful souls. Happy Cinco de Mayo. 555 portal. I wasn't planning to do a video. But I just had a couple messages come in. I think this will be one, and then I'll have to do a separate one for the getting a channeling. But this one is about the 555, and it has to do with acknowledging all the change that you have made. And oh, Trixie, oh, she opened the door. Hey, baby. So it's this idea, right? So we're in this 555 change portal. I mean, lots of codes coming in, lots of intensity. I mean, it's been this way for a while. But there's also this sense of taking stock. And so what I was just a minute ago, but when this whole thing dropped on me, it was about, wow, look how far you have come for me. But to also share that message out with you, to look and to evaluate that you are shifting, you are changing, and it's for the better. It's for the better. And this is going to help us all to have faith. And I know, for me, a lot of what's been coming up into my conscious awareness is how I wasn't conscious for a long time. And in fact, over the last week, I've spent a lot of time in discussion with my son. And, we've been talking about this idea of being awakened. I know I talked about this last time on my video, but that we are always awakening to greater and deeper truths, and nothing is ever fixed, nothing is ever static, everything is in motion and everything is temporary. And so I really can't stress that enough, in that, you're transforming, and who knows where you're going to end up, but right now in this moment, look how far you've come, right? And it's interesting because I usually get the message of, like, don't look over your shoulder. But not today. Today is one of those things of notice. Pat yourself on the back. See where you are affecting change out beyond me or you. How are we changing things? Because even though things seem very chaotic outside, right? We are changing things. We are becoming sovereign. We are learning to empower ourselves, right? We are becoming more authentic. And it doesn't have to be perfect, right? All that matters is that movement toward more. And you're going to fall back, 2 steps forward, 1 step back, right? And then occasionally get way pulled back, like on the bow and arrow, and then you shoot forward. And it's all perfect. But I was just told to remind everybody to look and see how far they've come in their consciousness, in their ability to be tuned in with themselves, that is part of what we're doing here. And that, I know for me, I had this conversation with my counselor today, in fact. Look how far I've come. Look how far I've come. I'm really honing in on working with a certain type of people, which is my mission. I mean, I'm going to help other people too, but I'm really, honing in on that. And it has to do with me and my hook, line, and sinker into victim consciousness for so many years, that I didn't even think I had a say in my whole life. For years and years and years. And there's no judgment. There's no judgment now. I just see that it was part of my journey, right? And so it kept getting more and more restrictive, more and more constrictive, until I had to make a change. And ever since then, ever since I started changing my own perception, empowering myself, that would have been beginning in 2016. It's just been more and more and more and more and more expansion of consciousness towards sovereignty. And so as I used to be one who was fine with following the rules. Well, not when I was a teenager, but in my most asleepened state. It's not even a word. But anyway, it is now. I was following the rules. I was doing as I was supposed to. I was, listening to what everybody had to say about what I should be doing. And now, sometimes people tell me what they think I should be doing, and I say, well, thank you. Thank you so much for your input. Gratitude. And you know how much of that I need to listen to? Like, that I need to take in? None of it. None of it. I mean, if something resonates with me, okay, that's one thing. That's a whole different thing. But I am required to do nothing based on anybody else's suggestion, point of view, perspective. And for me, that is immense growth, right? As I start to embody more and more and more and more of myself. Quit letting other people drive this ship. And it's funny, I've had a lot of sessions lately with that very similar message coming out. That this is your life. You're responsible for it. Time to take control. It's not your guides, right? That, quit asking about your guides. Quit asking about your guides. Just start to take control of your life. It's all about self-empowerment. Guides are here to help you on your journey. It's your journey. You can choose to listen to them if you want. In the same way, anybody can give you advice. Yeah, and some guides might give you good advice, but you have to be discerning. It's your job to set the course. What do you want to do? And you know what? I get it. Making that decision, that's putting yourself on the line a little bit, right? Things will either work or they won't work. But you know what? None of it matters. If it doesn't work out, it's learning. It's all learning. There are no right. There is no right. Just be and try and do and experience and be bigger and try more things. Stop being afraid. And I get it. I'm afraid sometimes too. And so I look at it and I'm like, well, why am I afraid? What can I learn from this moment? What is it? And so a lot of times I just disregard the fear. I mean, seriously, that is a choice. Right? You just put on your warrior hat and you just do it. That's a choice, right? You choose courage. And whatever happens, happens. But you know what? When you try something new, so what if it's a flop? You tried. You're open. Do you even know what blessings you're going to get if you continue just to be open? That's what keeps coming in. Just be open. Try new things. Do new things. Right? That in the openness is where the gifting occurs. Right? Bigger than you can even imagine. More expansive than you can even imagine, just in being open. So practice being open. Try being open. Practice it. I remember there was a time period that I was always saying no to people because I was a yes person before that, right? So like I was the person that anybody asked me to do anything, I was doing it. No matter how much time or energy or commitment it was. And I got pretty overwhelmed with that. So there was a time where I was like, no, I'm just going to say no to everybody. Like not even think of it on a case-by-case basis. It was just like, all right, for the next 2 weeks, the answer is always no. Which I got much more comfortable saying no to people, which really helped me with my people pleasing. Was not easy. But what I'm asking is say yes to experiences. Decide you're going to say yes to new things, new experiences, new learning. Try something new today. What do you want to, what kind of tickles your fancy? What do you want to try? It is like lighting a fire in your heart, and it does fan those flames of passion, whether it be that you love it or not. It's data. Kitty, 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 click, click. Oh, hello. Hi. Anyway, just wanted to share that message. So this 555, look at where you've come from and how far you've gone and where you're at now. You don't even need to know fully where you're going. All you need to know is to stay in your heart, to feel your feelings, but don't ruminate in them. And to, for me, be of service when I can. That's what my deal is. What's your deal? Get clear about what your deal is. And you'll know by what is expansive for you. Anyway, happy 555 portal, everyone. 555 at first was really scary for me. That was the number I saw right before I filed for divorce. Change is coming. But you know what? Take the higher, larger, grander perspective. That change is wonderful too. Change opens up all kinds of opportunities. What are you going to create in your life? Well, make it beautiful. That's what I say. I love you guys. Have a great day.